Oh, guys, I am so excited right now. I am so excited because I have Minecraft 1.18 right now. I was able to get it, finally, by upgrading my computer. And I've got a significant upgrade. All thanks to the help and advice with one of you guys, one of the commenters, one of the subscribers here. Which I'll talk more about later. But for now, I'm going to dig down. I'm digging down because I want to see, I want to find the moss blocks. I want to find the huge caves. Oh, I'm so excited. I just realised I've just come down here without ladders. All right, we've got the ladders. We've got enough food on us. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go. So far we've got deep slate. What's this stuff? Deep slate, tough, and lava. That's all we're finding so far. Okay, that looks large. Well, that's a first. What are you doing down here? You know, this place looks incredible, but I've got one thing on my mind, and that thing is moss. I want moss. But this place does look really, really cool. I've got to say, I'm a little bit more on edge than usual, because usually you can kind of tell when, in the structure of a cave, you can kind of get the impression of when there would be something above you, like an opening above you. Whereas with these weird shapes, it looks like it lends itself to surprise mob drops from above, you know. Alright, I was down there for over an hour and I couldn't find any moss blocks, but this is the loot that I got, which is mad. I mean, 44 diamonds alone. It's wild. Look at all that gold. That's crazy. But I'm not here for gold. I'm not here for diamond. I'm here for moss. And I was down there for so long looking. I'm starting to wonder whether or not moss actually spawns even below the you know, whatever it's called. I was going to call it bedrock, but it's no longer called bedrock. In existing terrain. So I'm actually gonna change tactic here. So I'm gonna put this stuff away, and yeah, I'm gonna try something else. All right, here's plan B. Is this new terrain? It looks pretty flat to me. Let's have a fly about. Oh, wow. Oh man, this is too many creepers. My sword's almost out as well. Man, there's diamonds everywhere. Gold and diamonds everywhere. I thought with this new terrain, coming by diamonds would be much more difficult, and I suppose in a way it kind of is, in that you've got to come down here and it's really quite dangerous. But once you're down here, there are a lot of diamonds. It's just a matter of being able to get back up, which I'm yet to find out if I'm going to be able to. Because I'm certainly lost. I'm not going to be able to go back the way I came. Not about 2 loot and 3. Okay, we're going to swap this out for now. Okay, I got back to the surface, which is great, but I didn't get what I came for. Wait, this is the Azalea Tree. Does this mean that I have moss? Maybe. Isn't there like a... Yeah, this stuff. Does this turn into moss? Wait, I remember. This means there's a thing directly below here, I think. Well, the roots are still going down. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that when you see the roots of an azalea tree, it means that there's a lush caves biome beneath it, which will have the moss. Yes, this is it. Has anyone been this excited about moss? Now, I could just go straight back up, but I want to see it. Right, so we want this. Can we get the colourful one? Some drip leaves. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a drip leaf. Okay. Right, I think that's everything I can get from here, so I'm going to try and make it back to the surface. Not that I remember the way I came. Is it round here? Well, we successfully made it back home, and the first thing I want to do is get a significant amount of this moss. So I'm going to go somewhere where there's a lot of stone and generate more of it. And I'm thinking just over here. Yeah, this will be perfect. Yes. Moss everything. So you might be wondering why I'm so excited about these new blocks, and I can give you several reasons. The first of which is variety. So even though they're mostly just green blocks, they've got these pink highlights in, and that really adds something. I've placed these down here, and also not only does it add variety in color, but we've also got variety in texture here. So this is the moss texture. These are actually the tops of the little azalea trees, and so is this. But used like this, it can just be like more variety in the path block. The second reason I keep banging on about these blocks is that if we don't like the particular shade of green grass of a certain biome, we can just easily replace it with the moss block and have the delicious green that all biomes should be, and that is this green. And the last reason that you're so incredibly excited for me to stop talking about the moss block is that we can have truly really well hidden lighting just using these moss carpets. There are so many more things than that to be excited about when it comes to the moss block, but even I'm getting tired of hearing me talk about it, so I think I better move on. You might remember this area here is the oak forest and the plan is to build structures and all sorts of bits and bobs around here made primarily from oak, just as a test of my abilities. And I've decided I'm going to build my first large structure here. It's going to be a tavern, and I'm going to build it on this shoreline right here. Oh man, look at that roof and chimney just peeking above the trees there. That looks awesome. I'm really happy with that. Let's just get a quick closer look at it. I've also extended this path outwards. And this bee nest is new. So yeah, put some bushes down. Can't go wrong with some bushes. These campfires I've used as like awnings, which is turning out nicely. Put some outdoor seating here. Some barrels. You could have drinks in there maybe. But I think there's only one thing left to do, and that is to name it. What do we call our tavern? Well, as it happens, I know what I'm going to call it. Earlier on I mentioned that someone helped me out with my computer, and that person goes by Chris in the comments, but on Discord he goes by a different name, and we're going to call this Nomad's Tavern as a small token of appreciation for all of the help and advice that he's given. And for Chris, the drinks here are free. So thank you very much, Chris. Those with a keen eye might notice that this tavern has changed a little bit since the very last clip there. Since saying thanks to now, it's been a couple of weeks, and I've done some further upgrades on my computer, and it meant replacing a hard drive, and I didn't take a backup of this tavern. So actually I used the time-lapse footage that you've just watched to rebuild it from scratch, and this path, but hopefully it's not noticeable. But moving on, I want to figure out how to get these get honey off these bees safely. I haven't upset them yet. Man, they're adorable though. They're so cute. Oh, are you following the? Do you like this bush? Oh, I didn't know you could use that. That's cool. But yeah, I'd like to build a farm. Maybe a simple one. But yeah, something that I can retrieve this honey and not get stung. I was just going to try like putting glass around the front and then try harvesting from the back, but I've just remembered it's a lot simpler than that. We just need to make a campfire. So this should sedate them. Like that. Let's see if I get stung. And then I guess I could just make more. One of the reasons I'd like to make a honey farm is not just for the honey, actually, but this block itself is really nice. It's got some really cool, interesting textures on it. It could be used, I think it's even got something quite nice underneath. Yeah, like it's like a roof tile type thing, you know. Would look really good. So the honey would be useful, but also another texture would be good. So I don't actually want them here because it just kind of looks odd in this area. I'd prefer them up there, but they do fly away. So I think where I'm going to put them is in the subterranean part of the base. But I do have to jump through water to get down there. So I've built a path under here to get the bees down there. I just need them to come out of their little thing now, because they're hiding in there for some reason. I don't know how to get them out. I mean, I could take some honey. I imagine they'd pop out, but they'd be upset with me. Or I could break it. They'd be upset with me. Hey! This way. Oh, 3. I could do a 3. You little baby one. You're adorable. Right. I've made a path here. Will you follow me down here, please? Yes. This is your new home. I led 3 down here. I don't know what happened to the 4th. Oh, he's still a baby, I think. Are you a baby? You look smaller. So I lost one somehow. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's where the 4th one went. So an adult did treat that as his home. I wish you all would, though. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna cage them in. Where did they go? Okay, they're up here. All right. Oh, that's great. All right, I've put some flowers down, and that seems to prevent them from wandering off. And that means I could get rid of this this glass, which is great. I think I'm going to try and make some more now then. So it turns out another thing you can do with honeycomb is you can make candles. And I know exactly what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit now and show you some of the hidden ugliness behind these islands. Because if you've ever wondered how I managed to cook up all of the cobblestone needed for these islands, because sometimes I do have to cook it up from cobblestone rather than using the silk touch. I won't use just like these 3 furnaces. Actually, I have some hidden storage down here. Not storage, some hidden furnaces. Just, yeah, packed full of coal. And this is really rubbish. So I'd like a better solution for this. I'm not going to make a super smelter or anything like that just yet, but I would like something a bit more suitable for just dropping off a ton of stuff that I know at some point in the future will need smelting and not have to worry about it. So I think I'd like to build that here. I'm just going to dig out this area. And this is all there is to it. So the whatever you're cooking up, like gold for instance, goes in the top barrel, and then your fuel goes in the bottom. and then it automatically comes out into these chests. Alright, so I've done a little bit of tidying up around here, and the reason that I put the contraption like, not parallel, what's the word, like adjacent to the tunnel down here, is because I like the idea of the input being down one tunnel and then the output being down another, just to add a little bit more of interest to the whole thing. So yeah, at the moment it's just cooking up some stone, and so when I've done mining or whatever, I'll just come here and drop off whatever I may want in the future to be smelted in this barrel. And then I finally got somewhere to put all of my coal, because I've got a hell of a lot of coal. This was the excess, actually. I thought I'd just put it here just to show that this is where the coal goes. So that'll be used up at some point. This, by the way, I dug this down to loop round into the villager area, because I like the idea of this place kind of looping in circles. Oh, this guy's stuck. Hope you figure out a way around. Oh, he did. Great. I've come down to below zero here, and I've made this little room for myself because I want to create a tunnel boring machine. Main reason is this deep slate is a bit slow to mine up, and I feel like I must have everything I need now. I've got honey blocks. I haven't brought any with me because I hope it's possible to build it with just slime balls, redstone, and regular blocks. I have looked at tunnel boring machines in the past, but they always include TNT duplication methods, and I guess we've all got our own limits, right? Because I'm happy to like dig through bedrock if there's like an exploit, but duplicating items is something that I don't want to do. So I never found a way of doing this without duplicating TNT. So I'd like to try and figure out on my own how to build a tunnel boring machine. So I guess the first question we need to answer is, how do we launch TNT forwards? Because I think if we were to just dispense it, even though it's high up, I think it's just going to drop it right here, and that will destroy the machine. Let's find out. Yeah, let's get out of the way of that. I'm wondering if this will work, so I'm going to push this button. The TNT should pop here and be ignited, and then straight away I'm going to push this button, which should knock it forwards. But will the friction of the item it's on just cause it to drop here? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, that's pretty good. Not good enough, though. It destroyed the... Maybe if it was higher up. Alright, that seems to work. Maybe. So I guess the next thing is, how do I get... Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. How do I cause all of this to happen with one instruction? Now, usually this would be a really simple task. You just use buttons and repeaters. But because we know we're going to push all of this forward, those buttons and repeaters will just pop right off. Now, one technique I've seen used is with observers and note blocks. So if we were to place a note block here and play it, nothing happened. Oh, it did. Something did happen. So it sent a signal to this. I thought it would send it straight to the piston, but it doesn't. But what I don't know is how to delay something from occurring without with a repeater. Maybe with a piston. Right, I've had to come out sideways because if I was to place anything underneath this green block here, the pulse would shift all the machinery around. So I've had to come out this way, place a secondary observer there, which would activate this piston, which would activate this observer, which would push that piston. So it does both of those things. It fired the dispenser. I didn't put anything in it this time. But it turned it into like a 1-tick pulse, didn't it? And left the slime block behind. Now that might not be an issue because we want to push everything forward anyway. So I'm wondering if we put a TNT in there, what a 1-tick pulse slime block push will do to it. Let's find out. Yeah, very bad. I was thinking we can't use a dispenser anyway because a dispenser can't be pushed. So I was thinking if instead the action of placing a redstone, a TNT block is what triggers it. Like that. But the thing is, it still uses the 1-tick pulse thing, which is, it's not going to work. We need to find a way of creating a delay without using repeaters. That looked like it worked. Okay, the piston needs moving back as well. But that's a good start. Before I explore this avenue any further, I need to find out if this will actually push the TNT off, because if it just gets stuck here, then there's no point looking any further at this design. Let's find out. It does work. A little bit. Okay, this is hurting my head now. So this observer fires this piston, which causes this observer to fire this piston, and it pushes everything in this direction, which is great. Everything except for this piston that's doing the work. So what I was thinking is that there are two machines here. There's one that just does what I've just described, and then the second machine is separate from it, and that's this part here. So this observer is looking at this piston to see if it does anything. If it does something, it fires this piston, which pushes everything forward. It pushes this forward, which pushes these forward, which pushes that first piston forward, which is great. But all I've done is knock the can down the road because I need to move this piston. I need to move this piston now. Oh man, what a headache. Is there any way I can get the first movement to move the second piston? That way we've got a loop. I think the answer is no, because a piston can only move 12 blocks. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? I think I'm already moving 11 blocks, and if I want to move this piston as well, I have to connect it with something. I think I'm going to leave that today. If anyone's got any advice for me other than stop, then please let me know. But I think I'm going to leave it there. On the subject of advice, I'd like to finally build out the nether hub, building the tunnels and all that sort of thing. But I'm really not sure what blocks to use. So I'm pretty sure you guys must be sick of seeing green by now, right? I think everything I build is just like excessively green. So if you have any ideas for the block palette to use for the nether hub, let me know. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed it, perhaps I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.